David, your thoughts on this past weekend's sweep over Bowling Green, and then we got St. Thomas, a team you're pretty familiar with after facing those guys 6 times
Hmm.
last year, and we got them this weekend with a home and home. So first of all, your thoughts on BG, and then you can continue on with your thoughts on St. Thomas.
Yeah, Bowling Green. I thought Friday took a while to kind of find ourselves. They played a good game and played us tight, and then I think Saturday is really when we found our identity and found how we need to play moving forward, and especially going into St. Thomas. I think that that's a rivalry we want to build here, being so close, and they got a fresh team. So we're looking forward to this weekend and kind of reflecting on Saturday to build off it and bring that into this weekend.
Thanks very much for that. Dan, do you have a question for David?
Yeah, David, kind of in that realm, talking about St. Thomas, just how did you see those guys progress in their first year last year, from the first time you played them more towards the beginning of the year, then obviously, Hockey Day weekend kind of in the middle, and then again in the playoffs, they certainly look like a team that definitely got better and better as the year went on, and it seems like they've really kind of picked that up so far this season.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you there. At the beginning of the year, I think they're a fresh team, so they're kind of finding themselves a little bit. But by the end of the year, I think that playoff series was real tight. It came down to the last minute for us to win it, and like you said, I think they really built off that. Their coaches really got them buying into whatever, however they want them to play, and I think they added some more skill. They got a lot of fresh faces, so added some more skill and guys that'll work. So we're definitely ready for them, and it's going to be a battle for us.
David, I'm curious, and you've had this question before. I'm curious about not necessarily the transfer decision that you did. I did ask your dad about it, by the way, and he said that was all David said. You made that decision by yourself, and um, which is kind of a cool thing. But you're in an Ivy League school, and you end up coming to the Midwest to play for Minnesota State, and you end up playing in a national championship game. Tell us about the ride that you took last year in your first year with the program.
Yeah, I mean, kind of full of unknown. Didn't visit before I came down, so kind of walking in. Never been to Minnesota before. Didn't wasn't really familiar with the program. Knew that they're always at the top. But it was first time talking to Hasty over the summer, and yeah, like a lot of unknown, and came in, got welcomed right away. Got thrown kind of right into the mix, and which gave me a good opportunity to earn my spot. And played with some good guys and Souter and Reggie, and we kind of build off each other. Played with Groller as well, so I had some good guys around me that kind of helped me kind of settle in. And yeah, it was a hell of a ride last year. I mean, being able to play in the national championship game, it's something I didn't think about, but it took a lot of hard work, and now we're turning the page, and it's a new journey this year. So trying to get back to that and get even farther and win that last game is.
I'm curious about the BCHL, the number of guys that we have on the team that have come out of the British Columbia Hockey League, and some of the guys that you played with in Penticton in particular. You knew some of these guys that you ended up playing with, right?
Yeah. Played with Ryan Sandelin. Actually, we were line mates. So that's kind of the connection when I was transferring here too. He reached out. But yeah, I think now to realize it's a lot nicer going out to BC than some of those Midwest places in the USHL. But it's nice to have a community of us in the BCHL and kind of represent the West Coast. And yeah, it's definitely fun.
Dan, if you have one final question, we can wrap it up with you.
Sure. You guys had some high-end guys up front that left after last season, but just how nice it been, to see guys sort of filter up in the lineup this year, whether it's yourself, whether it's a guy like Sam Morton, help fill those big holes so far this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's what you want every year. Guys leave and guys step up. It's been awesome seeing Morty do what he's doing. Like, it's always been there. We saw it in practice every day last year. But the role that he had last year was a little different, and he bought into that role. And this year he's buying into that role of being a leader, and he's really playing well. And there's a whole bunch of other guys on our team doing the same thing, filling roles that we need in the lineup. And there's many ways to win a hockey game. And I think right now we're trying to buy in, and any given night it can be anyone's turn, and just being ready to, when your name's called, being ready to go.